Hello, everyone. Hello, world. I am Kristen Nicole Mann, and welcome to my channel. Yes, I have not been on in a while. I know you're like, where she's been? What has she been doing? A lot. But today I wanted to come back and talk about how talent is not your marketing strategy. I have been away because I have been helping or working with several businesses, including service-based businesses exclusively. So, hairstylists, restaurants, you name it, authors, you name it, and helping them with their promotion, getting out there, becoming visible. So I kind of stepped back from my own stuff, but I'm back because I also have to be visible too. So I just put some notes together to kind of go over and talk to you all about what is happening now, being that we're in a different economy since the last time that I've been on. I think I've been on like a year ago. I don't know how long, but I am doing well. I am doing well. To catch you up briefly, still homeschooling and still working for myself. Uh, what else? Trying to hit 10,000 steps a day. Um, so it's helping. I have implemented cutting back sugar in my diet, really trying to stay focused using my diet of what I'm eating. Like, I don't want to call it a diet, but what I'm eating is different. I'm starting to pay attention to labels now, um, and learning just what like meshes well with my body as a woman. So that's a brief catch up, but today I don't want to be on too long, but I want to talk about how, we grew up thinking that talent was enough and, we're going to just be seen by people because we're so talented at what we do. You may do You may be a painter like me. You may be a singer. You may do a service-based business. You may like to cook. You may like to braid hair. Whatever the case may be, if no one sees what you're doing, talent is not enough. This is an attention economy. And what do I mean by that? People want to know what you're doing. People want to know behind the scenes. They don't want the curated cookie cutter. All that stuff is out the window now. For real, because it was out of the window to me a while ago. But now people are craving authenticity. I hate to use the word authenticity because a lot of people use that, but they're craving real raw cuts of what you do. And if you're talented in something, they want to know all of it. What's your struggles? What happened that you didn't plan for today? A whole bunch of I see a lady on my TikTok, she's really is raw about her single motherhood. So she looks like she's glamorous, but she's doing a get ready with me or get what is it? Go to sleep with me with like when they take off all their makeup and stuff. But she's telling real raw stories about how she doesn't get along with her son's father. And people, they're on there like, you helped me so much. What can I do with my co-parenting, blah, blah, blah. And they ask her what she does as a living, and she's like, I'm a content creator. And she's just straight up honest with them. She's like, I'm a content creator. And they're like, really? That's all you do? And she's like, yeah, that's all I do. So it's really about visibility, positioning yourself. Obviously, this lady has brand deals too because she shows what she puts on. I recently did like a Dollar Tree haul. You could look at it on my shorts on YouTube, and you could look at it on my TikTok, Kristen Nicole Man, and people love that actually. It's not usually my content, but I showed some of the things that I got. Like I got a magnesium spray, I got some of the stuff right here. I got a like body oil, um, lotion, lip gloss, that plumps your lips up. And this is just some of the stuff like foot tea tree oil foot spray. I just went and showed what I did and what I got, and that's because I saw some other people doing it, and I was like, well, why don't I try? You know, I have a Dollar Tree, I have a couple of them around me, and I went, found some great things. They all actually work. Um, so I put it on my TikTok and my YouTube, and the views and the engagement was surprisingly well. So people want to know more so what you're doing behind the scenes because we just had so much fake for a long time. And there are people getting exposed right now. Like, don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but there's a lot of people getting exposed for bamboozling people. They may have came off like they're talented. They had all the word salad and show people what to do, but some didn't start off as greedy and deceptive, but they got to that point and really just dug a hole for themselves. And we're seeing a lot of that now. And I don't know if you are seeing that, but you probably seen at least one person that's getting, you know, hit over the head. So we are circling back around to what social media used to be, but now is quote unquote attention economy. Um, and I know a lot of talented people that are invincible to everybody right now. I know a lot of talented hairstylists. I know a lot of talented cooks. And they have their license for like they're in a salon or they have a food truck or they have books and they're just not visible. They're not out here. They're like really afraid of this computer. They're not even writing any posts, they're not posting any pictures. And you have to get to the point where you just don't care. You don't care. Like somebody's gonna always not like you. People don't like me every day. They don't like what I do. They don't like how I sound. They don't like how I look. They don't like what I choose to put up. I've gotten to the point because I'm like, I'm not gonna tell my age, but I'm not young. Like I'm not fresh out of college or fresh out of high school. So you're not gonna tell me, well, you can tell me you don't like me, but that's not going to determine how talented I am and how talented I'm not. It's not gonna determine anything. Because guess what? I still have to get on and do what I was called to do. And that's that. So you also have to have this mentality of I'm going to share these things. I'm going to test these things out. I'm going to post this picture of this hairstyle I did. I'm going to post this picture of this cake I baked. I'm going to post this picture of this plate I made. And let's see what happens. Of course, behind that though, you have to have a strategy the further along you go. But honestly, if you haven't even done anything yet, I would just start. Just start. Just start doing something. Just start posting something. If you don't want to post a vlog, post a picture first. If you don't want to post a picture, start typing something, your thoughts, something. Um, but a lot of I've in conversations I've learned that a lot of people that are talented, they never really were trained or taught on how to become visible. And what I do when I help these service-based businesses and people, authors, content creators, I really help them not just market, but connect emotionally with their audience. There are things that will pull people in and they will end up engaging with you and staying with you and becoming one of your biggest consumer customers, your biggest fans. I don't like to say fans, but some people will be your fan. And they'll stay and support you and share your work and share what you do and hype you up. And you need at least 10 of those people in your corner. But if you're not posting anything, if you're not sharing anything, you're not sharing any life lessons, you're not really like making it tangible for people, no one's gonna notice. No one's gonna care. No one's gonna do it's just gonna be out of sight, out of mind. And you'll just have a blank page that people are like, oh, every now and then they might be like, I wonder what happened to Kristen. But then they're gonna split second, they're gonna do something else, be on somebody else's stuff. So the attention economy is a different beast because you are putting things that most likely are uncomfortable for you in front of people you don't know even more. Like there's international people now that can look at our things. It's no longer where it's exclusive to your local area unless you like curate your hashtags or your content towards that. Other than that, you're still probably going to have international people on your pages just because the world is like open now. It's been open, but it's like really encouraged to cross over into these international audiences because they want what you have too. They want what you have too. Um, Now I've seen a lot of poor visibility branding lately. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna try not to be sound harsh, but I've seen a lot of poor visibility branding from, let me give you an example. What's popular right now is a lot of the AI flyers. Okay, if you are in a bind and and you need something quick, I'm not going to knock you. But at the same time, an AI flyer is not going to make people come pay for your service or pay you in general. An AI flyer is not going to make them engage. Now, it might work where they stop and they look at, okay, what are you selling? What is this for? But people think because they have posted that, that is going to make things pop. People like to see the real raw photos. When it comes to restaurants, what works is people like to see the plates of food or the plate of what you bought. So either you're showing, like I just posted me at Texas Roadhouse, I posted my plate, I posted the drink I got, I posted just the atmosphere. People love that because they're probably one person at least is probably going to be like, I haven't been to Texas Roadhouse in a while. And I intentionally posted their early dining menu because most people don't know they have an early dining menu that's cheaper, way cheaper than their dinner menu. So what did me and my son do? We were hungry. We went out. I posted the pictures. I'm not expecting it to go viral, but that's something behind the scenes. So that's going to help that particular restaurant. And then let's say if I was the owner of Texas Roadhouse, I would want to take that photo, repost it, and put a whole new status up like we love when families come, we love when mom and sons, or we love when mom and their daughter comes to our early dinner. We know that you're tired, you're probably tired. We're so glad that you were able to just relax and have a good meal on us. People love that. So one of the things that you can start doing is making sure your brand has realistic pictures. I always take pictures of, obviously you see the artwork behind me, but that is what one of the things that I do. And I always take a picture with the customer and their painting, or the customer with one of my books, or the customer with one of my earrings that I painted. Something, whatever that they're getting from me, I try to take a picture, a real life picture, so people can see, like, I love my customers. I love being in person. I love when they are excited about um their whatever they're getting, if it's a gift for someone, or if it's a personal gift to themselves. I try to have a real photo. So I know I went on a rant about that, but it's poor visibility and branding when you don't post anything, when you rely only on the AI graphics. That's not giving anyone anything, because what it looks like, it looks very watered down. It gives your brand like a cheap aesthetic, and you're not going to get the people you want. You might get some people, but you're not really going to get the people you want. You're not going to get the people that's going to keep pushing your business forward. Um, but also the second thing, because I got my notes here, poor visibility when it comes to hairstylists. Y'all gotta stop being inconsistent with your pictures and what you do. Again, you cannot post an AI flyer with your hairstyle, specials, products, whatever, and think people are just gonna flood to you. The floodgates are gonna open. It's not. So if you don't post your sew-in, you don't post the silk press, you don't post the cornrows, the braids within real time, how are people going to know what you do? How are people going to know your pricing is worth what you're pricing? Because what I see a lot is that I see a lot of hairstylists in particular, they complain because they're not booked and busy, and nobody wants to pay me. Da, da, da. And then I go look on their page and they have no pictures. Or they might have a picture from January, then it skips to May, then it skips to September. Try to do at least, if you can't do every client, let's say you're booked all week, do at least one client and take multiple pictures of them and continue to post, especially if it's a service that you want to promote. Let's say you do all the things, but you want to promote braiding and you actually braided someone's hair. Post the multiple pictures, spread them out throughout the week. Do one picture, one new caption, do another picture, another caption, do another pic. So you gotta put in some effort. Um, Again, that's where I come in, because I have helped people's revenue go up. And this is not long time ago. This is like this year. I've helped people's revenue go up because we have posted reels, we've posted real life pictures of their products that they make. A lot of hairstylists make their own products, posting the customer with the product, posting the product set up in a particular way. All that helps, because then someone is like, what do you have any left? Or can I come pick one up? Or I need to do something to help what your product helps. So I need to come get one. It helps. So a lot of hairstylists are inconsistent with their posting or their visibility. And it's okay if you don't want to show yourself, but at least show what you're capable of when it comes to if I want to sit in your chair. Um, Here's another one. I'm gonna combine these two. Artists waiting to be discovered. So again, back to me being a painter. If nobody knows that I paint and they go on my page and I'm complaining, like I put a caption up about, oh, I can't sell any paintings, da 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 da, complain, complain, complain. What if there's no pictures of my paintings? What am I gonna, I mean, why am I complaining? There's no pictures. Nobody knows what I do. I can't point them to a website, an Instagram, a TikTok. None of my work is online, and I'm gonna wait to be discovered. I'm gonna think somebody's gonna discover the lack of visibility that I have. It's not gonna happen. Same thing with authors. Authors, you all hide behind your stories. You don't get on and talk about nothing. You don't, you just say that here goes the AI flyer again. I'm coming out with a book, dropping this date, and that's it. I see a lot of authors do that. They just say they're coming out with a book, the date that it's coming out, then the day that it comes out, they're like, book launch. You don't see no story behind it. You don't see a live. You don't see a reel. You don't see nothing. You just see that AI flyer. Like, here's my book. Like, then I'll get on, like, on my channel, I have me reading my books, Legendary Lessons. Can't see it, but if you go on my YouTube, whether I haven't posted in a year or not, you see me reading my stories. You see me talking about my stories. You see me talking about writing. So, authors, you can't hide behind your stories. You have to share what made you write this. You know, where did the idea come from? How did I overcome, being fearful to put a book out? People love to hear this stuff. Creators, you can't be afraid to post. Um, you just have to. You just have to. This is an attention economy. So last thing I want to leave you with is that if you are talented, I want you to understand that that is not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. If you are talented, that is not enough. That is not going to be enough. This is a hard market to sell in and you have to have the stamina to compete. Unfortunately, I know, that's hard for me too because I love kumbaya. I have a heart. I want everybody to get along. But if you're in the sales game, you're competing. You have to compete. You have to compete. So your visibility needs to be intentional now, not later, but now, because you don't know how much time, you have left for things. Things are shifting all the time. The algorithm shifts like every day now. Um, Businesses are growing, people change, places change, kids grow up. You might be married. You might not be married today. You might be married tomorrow. You might have a baby. You might, all these life changes can happen, and you don't want to get to the point where you don't have time. Um, you always should have time, but life sometimes hits us, and you might look back and be like, I had the time to do XYZ, but I didn't do it. So now it's much harder. You don't want to be like that. So Don't position yourself as above your audience. Okay. Give them what they need to hear. Okay. You're not, especially if you're a service based business, you're servicing people. They're paying you to service them. So they want to understand that this person that I'm going to cares about the service that they're giving me. And if you're not showing that, if you're not showing that, don't expect them to stay. Okay. So I'm coming from a standpoint of I've sold paintings, I've sold books of my own personal. I have worked with restaurants, salons, authors, who other people that I don't even know what they did, but anyways, I just wanted to share these little bit of things. I will be having a writing class. If you are interested in writing particular children's books, you can sign up though. If you don't want to write a children's book, you can just learn how the essence of writing um, helps you even with your content. You might want to sign up for that. But little secret, people only read on an average fourth grade level, third grade level. So your content honestly has to be like so bite sized that people actually understand. If you're way over their head, you could maybe go to Substack. I'm on Substack. You can follow me at Kristen Nicole Mann. Substack is a writer's platform. That is probably the best platform. And LinkedIn, I'm on there too, under the same name. Those are probably the only two platforms you can really like go there with your your writing, and people are gonna understand. Other than that, Facebook, what's the other? Instagram, all those other quicker ones, TikTok, you only have a limited amount to say what you gotta say. They don't give you like books upon books, paragraphs upon paragraphs. So if you want to come and because I teach this. Like I have children's classes on this, I have adult classes on writing. Writing is very important, especially helps you articulate yourself better. Is there anything else that I'm missing? Yeah. Last thing too. I'm gonna add to that. Uh, you don't have to be nobody else. Stop trying to be somebody else. You don't have to be nobody else. You can be yourself. It took me a while to really embody and understand that I like being me. I don't want to be nobody else. I don't want to sound like nobody else. It's exhausting when you try to be other people. Just be what you like to do and say and what you're interested in. That's literally how I built my TikTok. Like I started off my TikTok like, what did I start? Oh, I was going through a series of church hurt and trauma and all that stuff. So I got it out. Actually, it's circling back around because people are starting to like it. But I actually switched my content on TikTok to nostalgia, like shows that we used to like, um, culture, things that just make people remember when they had a good time in life or where they was at. And it's worked out. Like I'm almost at 10,000 followers and it's exciting because that's the stuff I like. It's natural. I don't feel like I'm being anybody else. I'm not getting on TikTok trying to give sermons and sound smart and da 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 da. So I'm just myself on there. I do blend in my stuff that I do, like my books and my artwork and little tips on things. But other than that, that's all I had to say. You can look in the description section. The class will be posted there, and I hope that you benefited from this video. I will also put my website, www.KristenNicoleMann. There's resources, where to start, where you can start if you need the help. I have creative sessions. You can all book that on there. So I hope to see you around and I hope you enjoyed this and I hope you have a blessed day, evening, morning, wherever you may be. Have a blessed day. Bye.